Alright, so this time we're gonna go for a PvZ build, which is pretty strong at lower levels, and it's not particularly hard to do. So let's see if we can do it. So first probe, we're gonna rally the first probe to the natural and get the first pylon down to wall. There we go. Stay here with your probe and get the gateway as soon as the pylon is done. You don't want to waste time going back with your probe. Just get the gateway in time. That's fine. You lose like 10 minerals. Then you go gateway, chrono boost the probes, go scout. Now we gotta scout the Zerg for an early pull. Now we're gonna go for a gas. And we just keep building probes. Then we keep 16 probe in the mineral and we rally to the gas. Now let's see. So now you scout an expansion, right? So that means that the Zerg is not gonna rush you. This is a very standard opening. Even from the AI, this is a perfectly standard opening. So at 20, we just go down and get the Nexus. And then we get the Cybercore. We keep cutting probes. We go Cybercore. Make sure you wall right. And then you keep the probes, you make the probes again. So with this probe, you want to stay at your third spot. After you scout the Zerg is doing a normal opening, you go to the third and try to block it. After the gas, we go for the pylon and we keep making probes, Now don't be scared, if you scout normal opening, you don't need to wall right away. Links are not gonna come. Usually speed finishes at around 330, so you don't have to worry about it. So now we go for an adapt and we chrono boost the adapt. We make warp gate. And in the next gas, we're gonna go for a twilight. There we go. So if you scout this probe at this point, should have spotted some links or something. You can bring him back home. And the adapt should go scout for the third base. After the adapt, you chrono boost one stalker. And you keep making probes, guys. Keep making probes. After the stalker, the next 100 gas is gonna be needed for the robo. So keep that in mind and make a robo. Now the adapt scouts the links. So this could be very many links. And we see no third base. Right? We see no third base. At this point, if you see no third base and many links, you get scared. Finish the wall, make a battery. That's fine. The stalker job should be to kill the overlord. Anyway, now we go charge. When the twilight finishes, we go charge. Go charge. Come back with your adapt after you scout. Chrono boost charge. Now we want to cut the probes and get 2 more gateways. 2 more gateways and 1 war prism. While cutting your probes, then we chrono boost the war prism and we resume probe production. Then we get some pylons because otherwise we're gonna get supply blocked. Don't worry about these gases because we're gonna go Avi Zealot, so we don't need the gases. Make another pylon. Chrono boost charge again. And warp in 2 Zealots when the gateway finishes. Now we're gonna move out with the war prism. Make another pylon, make an observer. So you have some vision. Now we can start going for the third base. So the stalker can go back into the wall. And the adapt can go defend the third. While you're doing this, you warp in from the war prism for Zealots. And at this point, charge is ready and you attack. You don't need to micro, you just send the Zealots. And then you take an expansion. Don't worry about your Zealots. They're gonna do damage. And that's fine. We go Zealot because we don't want to care about micro. If you go adapt, that's hard. But we just keep making Zealots. So you can just send the zealots into the Zerg base and don't worry about them, you know? Then just macro behind this, keep making probes, take your third base, make a battery at your third. At this point you can start getting your Templars so you can make Archons. Whenever you can, keep warping in zealots. Make sure you keep making those pylons because it's very easy to get supply blocked. Then we want to take our gases. Just these 2 gases. And then we can warp in a couple of sentries at home. And at this point, our zealots should be doing a lot of damage. You can decide if you want to keep warping in, if you see you can kill the Zerg. Or you want to warp in at home, and you start making Archons. And more gateways now, more gateways. Now we have 4 gateways, we want to go up to 10. This is 7. 8. 9. And we got our 10 gateways on 3 bases. Make Archons, transfer your probes, chrono boost your probes until you get full saturation. And now you should be completely safe. The Zerg should be under a lot of pressure from your zealots while you're just macroing at home, and you just make start making Immortals as well. And you keep making Archon, Immortal, Zealot. Archon, Immortal, Zealot. And that's basically what you want to do. So this is a very nice opening that can just kill the Zerg with charge and do a lot of pressure while you're just macroing at home. So that's why I recommend going Zealots, because they're much easier to control than Adepts, and you don't need to worry about them too much, and you can just macro behind it. And now you have your 10 gateways, and you are completely safe against the Zerg if he decides to push you with roaches. You got Immortal, Archon, Zealot, and 10 gateways. So that was it. That's the PvZ build that I recommend doing. Practice it. If you want some help, come into my Discord and share your replays. GG's.